Hey everybody, I hope you got through your night and woke up this morning feeling motivated, encouraged, optimistic, enthusiastic, inspired, and positive and love from above. Another day in the way. Feeling the way about yourself. You need to reevaluate your circumstances, understand where you're at in life, and make a change. You literally, utterly, without a doubt, have a choice to make a change. Now, I woke up this morning and I'm going through this and trying to figure out what's the post for the day. Well, I always go with what's on my spirit, what my heart tells me to go with. Now, faith. Faith is the evidence of things not seen, the substance of things hoped for. Right now, I never grew up in the church. We weren't religious. We didn't read scripture. We didn't do any of that. It came to me. I just started reading one day, and the very first scripture I read was 2 Timothy 1:7, which said God didn't give us the spirit of being timid, but of love, of power, love, and self-discipline. And that affected me. It highly affected me. But one thing I've come to know and understand as well, along that way of trying to build yourself, once you realize there's no enemy within, trust me, the enemy without will precede itself. You will get a lot of ridicule. A lot of people will be very condescending towards the idea of, oh, you're supposed to believe in God. You're supposed to be a man of faith. But at the same token, you're still growing. You're still learning. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We're still trying to figure out how to make the right choices to be that great discerning individual. But unfortunately, everybody likes to point the finger. See, it's not about everybody else. It's about what we accomplish, what we do, how we do it, where we do it, why we do it, with whom we do it with, if anyone. And we ignore the naysayers, the ignorances, the ones that like to point the finger and, say, see, I told you aren't what you are. It's not about that. What it's about is the faith in your God, the faith in yourself, and the faith knowing that your physical, mental, and spiritual capacity is powerful beyond measure. God gave you the spirit of power, right? So the fact remains is this. Your skill sets, when you go into the world, right, and you feel as though you're not of value to people, or you feel as though you might have this insecurity about yourself, therefore you feel like you're of lesser value, that's because you don't have any value. Meaning, personally, you're a person, you're a being, you're someone that belongs on this earth because God put you here. That 400 trillion to 1 chance of you being born, you're here for a reason, right? So you have a gift, something that was born, something you were born with, something that's inherent, it's inside you. So you got to find your gift. It's not just going to be here given to you on a platter or a silver platter. That's not how it works. So you got to go out there and harness whatever it is you're meant to harness, sharpen your skills. Iron sharpens iron, each one teach one. But even then, the iron sharpen iron aspect of it all, not everybody's willing to show you the way or direct you or point you in the right direction. Not everybody's willing to help you figure out who you're meant to be. There are those in this world, but you got to search and destroy for it. Sometimes people only catch an interest in you when you're already excelling and they see that you might have a little bit more value, except looking at your value for what it is, trying to understand who you are and help you grow in the way that they know you can grow. Life is hard, man. It will beat you up and beat you to your knees if you allow it to. But the fact remains, if you understand who we are the children of, what power we have inside, and no matter the circumstances, we can prevail above and beyond any and all expectations. You'll never stop. You'll never settle for less. You only settle for your best. So Napoleon Hill, he created hundreds of millionaires from what I understand, right? So I've been reading this book, Think and Grow Rich. The biggest thing with this book is he has 13 steps of success. Now, suggestively, like I said, he's created hundreds of millionaires because these 13 rules that he's come up with have come from dozens of individuals that start from Andrew Carnegie and down, actually on millionaires. Andrew Carnegie in the 1930s was considered one of the richest men in the world, right? Suggestively. So now the thing is this is what I wanted to read to you. I want to read this one page, page 44. Faith is a state of mind which may be in. Now, but it might be hard for a lot of you to understand what faith really is and how to embrace it full-fledged because of where you're at, what you're doing, how you're doing it, where you're living, what you're going through, the circumstances you're involved with. No one's ever taught anything to you. No one's ever showed you anything. No one's ever pointed you in the right direction. No one ever said, don't do that. Slapped your hand off the hot burning stove and said, that's wrong. Don't do that. So this is one of these things. Faith is something you just got to embrace. And when you start realizing that things are coming to fruition because you stood fast in what you believed in, you didn't settle for less, you kept your faith, it will show itself proven, right? So now, in this book, Think and Grow Rich, as I previously stated, Napoleon Hill talks about 13 rules of success again. And again, he's created hundreds of millionaires. By reading his book, you start realizing these aren't just some things written down in this book because he wanted to make some money. These are actual things that happen for people throughout time. because they stood fast in what they believed in, their God themselves, and a system that actually worked. Faith is a state of mind which may be induced by autosuggestion. All down the ages, the religionists have admonished struggling humanity to have faith in this, that, and other dogma or creed, but they failed to tell people how to have faith. Right? They have not stated that faith is a state of mind and that it may be induced by self-suggestion in language which any normal human being can understand. We will describe all that is known about the principle through which faith may be developed where it does not already exist. Have faith in yourself, faith in the infinite. Before we begin, you should be reminded again that faith is the eternal elixir which gives life, power, and action to the impulse of thought. The foregoing sentence is worth reading a second and third and a fourth time. It is worth reading out loud. Faith is the starting point of all accumulation of riches. Faith is the starting point of all accumulation of riches. Faith, again, is the starting point of all accumulation of riches, right? Faith is the basis of all miracles and all mysteries which cannot be analyzed by the rules of science. Faith is the only known antidote for failure. Faith is the element, the chemical, which when mixed with prayer gives one direct communication with infinite intelligence. Faith is the element which transforms the ordinary vibration of thought created by the finite mind of man into the spiritual equivalent. Faith is the only agency through which the cosmic force of infinite intelligence can be harnessed and used by man. That's our God-given right and gift. Every one of the above statements can be proven. I'm proof of that. And I'll never settle for anything less. And I'll show you, not just tell you. Everybody have a great day. Be blessed. And remember, you're only strong as your weakest link inside yourself, physically, mentally, and spiritually. You can be the cause of your own demise, or you can be the reason you rise. Deuce GPT 360, I'm out. To God be the glory. Have a blessed day.